very bad feeling about this.
Star Wars Day. I don't quite know what that means to most people. But today's the day. Well, I've been waiting for this for so long. I mean, Star Wars has been in my life since I can remember. And, you know, after episode 4, 5 and 6, when that kind of culminated in the kind of 80s, and, you know, I kind of watched them through the 90s. And then, you know, Lucas decided to do, or revamp the series. Swap it around like that. Went to cinema and see 4, 5 and 6 in the cinema, because I never got to see them in the cinema the first time round, so it was quite a big deal for me. I was in college at the time. I think I took a week off college and pretty much watched the series. I think it was in Odeon in Sutton, South London, back in, what was that, 97, 97. And God, to see it in the cinema is a massive deal. And then, you know, sort of early noughties, we get the prequels, and episode 1 was a bit 2 and 3 were pretty awesome. I liked them anyway. I know they got a big backlash, but you know, when Lucasfilm kind of got bought out and we were told we were getting a sequels trilogy, you know, I was pretty excited, because, you know, the way films can be nowadays, the amount of money put into them, and the special effects, and you know, you'd think the ideas that Lucas brought to the table would have made these films fantastic, but they didn't use Lucas's storylines. Disney decided to go another way and kind of revamp the canon universe. It's a whole big deal. I'm not going to get into it if you don't understand, you know, from a fan's point of view, how mistaken that was. Then you're not going to know now. I'm not going to sit here and spend hours telling you about how Disney wrecked Star Wars. But you know, I still had a lot of hope for the series. You know, I was brought up on Star Wars, you know, and finding out that we were going to get sequels that were going to end the saga, you know, bring the whole arc to a conclusion, was a massive deal for me. It was huge. I love Star Wars in the way a lot of people, you know, dote on family and that kind of stuff. You know, it's just a massive deal. And episode 7, J.J. Abrams, well, I think his hands were tied, because he had a lot of storylines that he wanted to introduce into that film. Things like who Rey's parents were, that kind of stuff. That was all written. JJ wrote that, but it didn't end up in the film. Whether that was his decision or Disney, I don't know. But you know, certain storylines from episode 7 that should have been in there and weren't, were then not continued by Rian Johnson in Last Jedi. It just completely went a different way. And there's so many things about 7 and 8 that were disappointing to myself and a lot of fans. A lot of fans wanted this, you know, the questions that we've had for so long answered, and you know, and episode 7 introduced so many more questions that weren't answered and don't seem to want to be answered. I don't know. But you know, JJ has said that the storylines that he couldn't complete in episode 7 and that Rian Johnson didn't take on, he's bringing back and going to try and answer those questions. So hope is what we need for this latest film, and I got a lot of hope for it. I have to, because it's if it doesn't deliver, then I don't know what to do, because it's quite, I don't know, quite emotional, really. You know, I don't want this to be a whole thing about my theories about how it's going to go. I put my theories out on my Facebook over the last year or so about what I'd like to see and what I hope to see in the film, and the way I think the film's going to go tonight. But I don't want it to be about that, so this is going to kind of I'm going to try and keep it spoiler free if I can, even if it's only theories. I don't want people to be upset with me. But you know, episode 7 was Han's film, and I think they did that justice. Killing off Han was very emotional for me. You know, it's one of my favourite characters. And then the second film, although Carrie Fisher died, was never supposed to be about Leia. It was Luke's film, which I think Rian Johnson missed the ball and completely fudged up Luke's story. I don't think Luke would have ever been a hermit sat on an island in the middle of nowhere all this time, you know, just living in regret. I don't believe that's what Luke would do, and neither did Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was upset with that storyline. You know, Luke should have been a lot more. And then this third film that's out tonight, Rise of Skywalker, was always going to be Leia Organa's film, and I don't know. I think the ball was dropped. There's a lot of things about Episode 8 that I think the Leia storyline and the flying through space. Sorry if that people don't understand what that is. Kind of ruined it for me. I think they should have given Carrie Fisher the send off in that film. You know, wrote it in properly. But they are going to use actual footage from episode 7 of Leia and Carrie acting. So it'll be real footage. There'll probably be actors in the background playing the kind of behind the scenes of Leia Organa. So the back of Leia's hair might not be actually Carrie Fisher, but they're going to actually use real footage, which would be quite nice. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to how they, how J.J. Abrams and Mark Terry have written in the goodbye of Leia Organa. To me, that's going to be the pinnacle of this film tonight. It's going to be quite emotional, I think. It's been, you know, from the get-go, you know, kind of Leia is it's a big deal. Yeah, so how this film comes off tonight is going to be a massive deal to me and a lot of fans. I think it's going to be kind of, I don't know, a lot of fans are upset with 7 and 8, but you got to take it as a trilogy, right? And I have hope for episode 9. I think I have to have hope that it's gonna round it off properly and do the rest of the saga some kind of justice, because it's the final film, and if it doesn't, I just don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna do a little video of my day today. I'm actually at work. I'm waiting. It's Star Wars Day. I'm actually going to see the trilogy tonight. Odeon are doing the trilogy from 6 p.m. So I'll see episode 7 and 8 before I see episode 9 tonight. I know a lot of people aren't that fussed, but I figured if I'm going to make it a Star Wars Day, I'm going to just make it a Star Wars Day and just do it. So at 1 minute past midnight tonight, the new film Rise of Skywalker will be out, and I'll give you my response to that film as I leave the cinema, I hope. It won't be a long video, certainly won't be any spoilers. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but if you're interested in potentially seeing a reaction video to the film, stick around on this channel, because later tonight or early hours in the morning in the UK time, you'll get a reaction video, hopefully. So yeah, I hope your Star Wars Day is good. I know most of the world, Star Wars isn't going to come out until early hours Friday morning, so 20th. But like I say, you won't get any spoilers from me. I won't spoil it. I will give you an honest reaction to how I feel about the film, and if it answered the questions that I need to be answered. So have a great day, and hopefully speak to some of you later. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. Like our channel as well, we're Hampshire Cosplay for Charity. We do a lot of cosplay work. I dress up as a stormtrooper and a few other bits and pieces now and again, and we do a lot of stuff for local and national charities in the UK. So have a great day, please subscribe, and hopefully maybe talk to some of you later about the film and reaction. Take care, bye.